Hi everyone, this is Marcus with DTF Station, and this video will be a part of a 3-episode series for the full installation and setup of the Prestige R2 DTF Printer. In this video, we will go over the printer assembly and ink charge process. First, make sure to have the following tools ready: a set of Allen keys, a snap blade, a Phillips screwdriver, and a pair of scissors. You will also need a full set of ink and a roll of DTF that you plan on using. Now take your snap blade and open up the printer box. The first thing you will see is the user manual. Make sure to take that out. Next, you will see the power cord, the dampers, additional tools, ink, filters, and tubes, the ink diverter, a USB dongle with the printing software, ribbon cables, a set of different size screws, and 2 feed roller components. If you are missing any of the items listed, immediately contact your representative at DTF Station. Now take the top foam insert and lift it up and away to reveal the printer. Pull out this feed system component. Then, with at least 2 people, carefully lift the printer up and out of the box and onto a sturdy tabletop. Disclaimer: do not throw away the box that the printer came in. It is also important that throughout this installation process, any additional parts should not be thrown away and be placed into the box for storage. First, you want to place this waste tank on the floor, or at least at a lower position than the height of the printer. This is to ensure that gravity assists in disposing of the waste ink. This will also prevent any clogs from ink backing up into the waste tube. Now take the component that you pulled out of the box and place it behind the printer as shown. Find the appropriate bolts, and using an Allen key, secure the component onto the printer through these 8 holes. Make sure to partially install all 8 bolts first before tightening all of them. Now find these 2 feed roller components that were stored in the top foam insert from earlier and secure them onto these 2 rods as shown. Note: pay close attention to the orientation of both components. You may need to loosen these knobs in order for both components to be able to slide onto the rods. Center these 2 rods, then tighten these 4 to secure their positions. Now it's time to load the media. First, identify which side of the film is the printing side. Make sure the printing side of the film is facing up and insert the media roll against the left side bracket first. Align the left side of the roll to the left side of the media feed opening at the back of the printer. Tighten the left bracket by rotating the knob clockwise, then slide the right bracket into the center to secure the media roll, then tighten the knob by rotating clockwise to secure the position. Now head to the front of the printer and remove all the visible tape. Then open the front lid and remove the tape on the printer bed. And also remove this plastic lining near the printer rail. You will also see this carriage lock above. Please use a Phillips screwdriver to remove these screws. Then carefully remove the bracket along with this tag. Note: make sure not to throw the bracket away and store it with the additional components in the printer box, as this bracket is needed if you ever need to transport the printer to a different location. Once complete, with the bracket removed, place the bolts back into the carriage as shown. Now take the power cord, place it into the printer, plug the opposite side into an outlet. Switch the power on the back to the on position. Make sure the top emergency button is released. If the screen on the printer shows status idle, then this indicates that the unit is ready to proceed with the installation. At this time, turn the printer back off using the power switch in the back. Once the printer is off, take a Phillips screwdriver and remove these 2 bolts on the top of the lid. This will allow you to fully open the top cover. Now open this front cover and rotate this knob counterclockwise. Keep a close eye at this opening. As you rotate the knob, you will see the capping station detached from the printhead. Make sure that this wiper blade is lower than the carriage before shifting the carriage to the left. Now, we will remove the cover to the motherboard. Take a Phillips screwdriver and loosen these two on the right side of the cover as shown. Then head over to the left side and loosen these 3 screws. Once all the screws have been loosened, carefully lift the lid upwards to remove. Next, we will remove the lid to the printer carriage. Start by loosening these 2 screws on the left side. Then loosen these 2 screws on the right side. And then lift the cover upwards to remove. Next, we will prepare to perform an ink charge. Start by giving each of your ink bottles a 5 to 10 second shake. Give your white ink specifically a 15 to 20 second shake, and make sure to let it rest for at least 5 minutes in order to let the bubbles form settle down. Keep the front lid open so that you can visually inspect the ink tubes leading to the print head. When filling up the ink containers up with ink, you should not see any ink flowing towards the print head. If you do see ink heading towards the print head, quickly clip the tube to stop the ink. This may indicate a bad damper, and we recommend contacting a DTF Station team member immediately. Next, head to the side of the printer and open the lid to the ink containers. Open the cap to each container, one at a time, and fill the container in with ink. Note that each of the caps show what color ink to pour in. A new bottled ink is usually 1 liter. Each of the ink containers on the printer are also 1 liter. For each of the CMYK containers, we recommend filling up the container about 40 to 50%. For the white container, pour in the entire 1 liter. When you close the cap back onto the ink containers, first tighten the cap all the way, then loosen the cap a quarter turn to allow for some air to flow in. If, after you have completed filling up all the ink containers, you confirm that no ink has flown towards the printer or the dampers, that means that all of your dampers are in good condition, and you may proceed to the next step. At this time, turn the printer back on using the switch at the back. If there are no issues, the printer carriage should move back in and secure itself onto the capping station. Now go to the right side of the printer and open the side panel. This knob controls the white ink circulation. At this time, rotate this knob all the way clockwise until you hear a clicking sound. This will turn the white ink circulation on. You may now close the side panel. Now head over to the front control panel. First click Menu. Then press the down arrow 3 times until you get to Head Maintenance. Then click Enter. Then press the down arrow twice to get down to Fill Ink, then press Enter. Leave the selection on to Head, then press Enter to start charging the ink. Since we use a heavy water-based liquid to protect the print head from drying out with residue, you will need to allow the ink charge to continue for at least 2 minutes, which will use up about 500 milliliters of ink. By allowing the ink charge to go for at least 2 minutes, this will ensure that the protective film on the printhead is fully penetrated. Once complete, click the Cancel button to stop the ink charge. Next, click the Cleaning button to start a head cleaning. Once that is complete, and the screen shows status idle, go ahead and perform 2 more head cleanings by clicking the Cleaning button. This will help remove the excess ink inside the waste tube, pump more ink through the printer, and perform additional wipes on the printhead. During this process, make sure that you can visually confirm that the wiper blade is making proper contact with the printhead. If not, we will need to manually adjust the height of the wiper blade. Next, head over to Waste Tank and press this button to turn on the waste ink container alarm system. This will help notify you when the waste ink container needs to be emptied. Now head over to the back of the printer, pull some extra film from the media roll, route the film under this bar before inserting it through the printer. Lift this handle in order to lift the media rollers, allowing for the media to move through the printer. Make sure to have these media guides pushed away all of the sides so that they are not in the way. Now with the film positioned as shown, with your other hand, pull the roll in the back taut, and use this method to position the media in a straight line coming from the media roll. Once the media is in position, pull this handle back down to bring the media rollers down so that the media is now secured. Now bring these 2 media guides back towards the center, just enough to cover the top of the film. You do not want the guides to push up against the film too tight. These are only here to prevent the film from lifting, which could cause a head strike. At this time, Turn the ink alarm system on by using this switch. A blinking light will indicate that a container is low in ink. Refill the ink as needed, as a large amount of ink will be used during the ink charging process. Now open the right side panel again and turn this knob counterclockwise all the way, but right before you feel it click. Once complete, close the panel again. Alright, that's it for your printer installation and setup. Make sure to watch the next episode to learn how to install and set up the software for this machine. Thanks for watching.